There we go. There we go. First fish in the morning right there. Not a monster, but he thumped the crap out of that crappie magnet. Which one's he on? He's on the bottom jig. Hey, not a bad black crappie to start the morning. He's not a slab, but he ain't a dink. I'd keep him if I was back on the home lake. That's a nice fish. We'll send him back. That's number one. He bit the show enough colored crappie magnet with the orange jig head. That took all of 2 casts to get the party started. Another one. Well, that feels a little bit better. He ate the top jig. They're eating both colors today. Oh, it's a white crappie. About the same length as the first one. But you can see those white crappie are a little bit leaner, a little bit more skinny for the most part, where they got the big old mouth. Say good morning. He bit that killer clat. It's more of a transparent blue color, like a pro blue color with some sparkle. He was all about that. The question is going to be how many crappie is it going to take before we get a keeper. I brought my my easy checker so we can measure these fish this morning and see how many keepers we get out of however many we end up catching before the rain hits. I left my stringer in my truck back behind me. I need to go back there and get it. Oh, he thumped it. Thumped it. He's running. Oh, that's a decent one. That is a different, man. I love the sound of braids singing in the morning, guys. That is a decent fish. Is that even a crappie? He's fighting like a white bass or something. Oh no, it's a good one. Oh, it's a real nice one. I bet that one there's 10 inches. Boom. 11 incher, guys. Okay, call me lazy, but I didn't want to walk way back to my truck to go get a stringer, but I found some fishing line on the ground. It seems to be probably like 8-pound test or so, which isn't that strong, but it's strong enough for me to make a little makeshift stringer. I don't know how many fish I'm going to catch today that are going to be keepers. The last few times I've come out here, I haven't caught that many keepers. So I'm just going to make a little makeshift stringer out of this thing. Let me show you guys how it's done. It's kind of dark out here, so you may not be able to see what's going on at all. But basically, I'm just going to put a loop on one end. And this should just be something to hold the fish for a moment while the fish are biting. But this is pretty effortless, and I just want to show you guys how you can make a stringer whenever you're in a situation like I am, where you forget yours in the truck. Anyways, I got a loop on this end. I got a little bit of line on this one. And we're just going to take our fish, run the line through his gills, out his mouth. And now we got the amazing floating fish. And I'm going to tie him to a stick. Got a fish. Man, he knocked the slacker around the tip of my rod. Almost got me screwed. Is that a bluegill? No, it's a crappie. He seems kind of yellow. He is kind of yellow. Pretty decent little black crappie. I'm going to measure him to show you guys the reference on what this size fish is. He's probably like an 8.5 incher. He's actually bigger than that. He's 9. He's dang. I guess because it's dark, they seem smaller, but he's like 9 3/4. He's almost a keeper. But I believe that's our 4th, maybe our 5th fish of the morning. 9 3/4. That ain't bad. I'll take that. Oh, had one. Boom. Is that another yellow bass? Oh snap, we're in trouble now. The yellow bass done moved in. I really don't mind catching them, but I'm here for the crappie. It's all part of the process. And when you throw something like this out there, you can catch anything. And that's what I love about these crappie magnets so much, is that you can literally take them anywhere. You can fish the bank, you can fish below a spillway, you can fish out in the lake. And you're gonna get bit. There we go. There we go. I think that's a crappie. And a nice little black crappie. Not a bad one, not a big one. I scooted over to the right a little bit. There was just like so much shad in front of me. I was just ramming into it with my jigs every cast and snagging them every cast. There's a little bit less activity down here, so just kind of trying to get out of the massive shad ball. We're gonna try another color. There's just so much bait fish out there. I feel like the colors that I'm using are blending in a little bit too much. I've been in this situation before where there's just too much bait, and swapping to a color that's not a natural color has helped me get a few more bites. So we're putting on the mermaid. The mermaid is a stone cold killer. There it is on the top. I still got the killer cloud on the bottom to keep them honest. So I just snagged a brush pile a couple times. I got my jig and bobber right here. I'm gonna throw that jig over the top of that pile. See if we can't get one to come up and get that thing. Got him. He was in the brush pile. Let's go. There we go. There we go. And I got him on a pretty bright jig. So that's that 6 cents crappie jig. That's a spangle little tinsel jig. And there's just another little crappie. I got my double jig hung up and stuck in that pile. Fired in there with this thing. Let the jig kind of suspend over the top of it. We got hammered. There we go. It's a crappie. It's a crappie. Is he on that top jig? I think he's on that top jig. He might be a keeper. He's gonna be real close. There we go. Got us some mermaid magic right there. Told you they like the mermaid. I don't think he's 10. Not even gonna measure him. I know he's 9.5. I was like, literally, I just told myself last cast, and I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna make a couple more casts, and I think I am still gonna go over there and fish those cypress trees because I'm not getting bit like I was right at daylight, and the conditions are still primed to be catching some. I think it's just these shad are just out of their mind. There's just so much out here. There's so much confusion for these crappie. They don't know what to eat. They don't know what to do. It looks like there's less over there by that bank, and I've caught some over there in the past. And if for some reason that doesn't work out, I can slide back over, kind of back this way, and cast out in the middle again and just do what I'm doing. But I think it'd be worth a try before the rain comes. Go over there and fish those cypress trees because I'm not getting bit like I was right at daylight. And the conditions are still primed to be catching some. I think it's just these shad are just out of their mind. There's just so much out here. There's so much confusion for these crappie. They don't know what to eat. They don't know what to do. It looks like there's less over there by that bank. And I've caught some over there in the past. And if for some reason that doesn't work out, I can slide back over, kind of back this way, and cast out in the middle again and just do what I'm doing. But I think it'd be worth a try before the rain comes. But we're gonna get about 3 or 4 more casts right here. And depending on what happens, we're gonna make that move. Okay. We're over here on the other side, hiking down to these trees. It's actually started to rain a little bit. Oh, tight squeeze. But not enough to run us off. There was a pretty big blob on the radar. I couldn't tell if it was gonna actually hit us or not, but we'll just play it by ear. We'll see what happens. Fish are already wet. And as most of y'all know, I don't mind to get a little wet. Okay. Well, we can make this home base right here. Toss a little Jimmy in the water over her. Oh, got one. There we go. There we go. First fish on the other side is a little crappie. He's a little crappie. He couldn't even pull the bobber down. I was like, my bobber keeps going the other way from me. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's a start. Got you. Got you. Oh man, the big ones are not over here. Granted, they really weren't on the other side either, but that's 2 small ones on this side, but it's 2 more fish. On the jig and bobber. Oh, big one. That's a big daddy. That's a big one. Stay on there, that's a big one. Is that a crappie? Is that a big old slab crappie? Oh, it is. Goodness. Don't come off. Get over here. That's what's up right there. That's a big one. Oh, that's the quality we're after. He got a little muddy, but look at the size of that black crappie. We got to take him over here to Jimmy. We got to go tell Jimmy we got him a friend finally. That is what's up. That's a really nice one. He's like 13 probably all day. Look at the colors on him too. And I was just kind of dozing off. I had me a good spot. Oh, had me a good spot propped up on that tree right there. And I looked up and I was like, where'd my bobber go? And set the hook and thought I was snagged. But it was a big old slab. And Jimmy was getting real lonely over here, I could tell. Yeah, if Jimmy was an 11, that's definitely a 13, at least. That felt good. That felt real good. Got him. That's another decent one, it feels like. Another decent one. That might be 10. That might be 10. It's gonna be close. We're gonna have to measure him. He's probably 9.5, but I'd hate for him to be 10, and that's not no. Yup, 9.5. Got him. Got him. Oh, there's a bird. Another one. Another nice little black crappie. Jig and bobber. It's a lot slower fishing, but we're getting bites pretty steady. Got him. Another one. Another one. I might need to shallow up just a bit. They're having a hard time pulling the bobber down. They're grabbing it and making it sit up high on top of the water, and that's how I know I have them. They're biting it and swimming up with it. That's our first white crappie in a little while, I think. I think those 2 dinks are white crappie, but we'll take it. But the Show Enough crappie magnet has been doing work. And another thing that I did is I put some slab bites inside of the head right there. I'm not sure if it's helping or not, but whenever I'm doing a jig and bobber presentation, especially when the bait's just dangling right there in their face, I really like to have the slab bites on there. Some sort of scent is always good. I got another one. What's this? What's this? What is this? Oh snap, I think we got a keeper. Is that a bass? Oh gosh, it's a big old crappie. Stay on there. That's out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Got another big old slab. We'll take it. We'll take it. Boom. No doubter. And it's a white crappie. Big, beautiful white crappie. And the hook just fell out. Going on the road trip, go get our fish. I'm actually going to bring the whole fish stringer back over here. I'm not sure why I left it over here. There's a lot of things I do in this life that don't make no sense, and this is definitely one of the things. Where is my stringer? Oh no, I walked right past it. I was about to be so mad. I thought I lost my stringer. I was like, there's no way that this one got away. I've got this stick jammed down in the mud. There's definitely a way. I've been losing some stringers lately, as y'all have seen. But this one here should have been pretty foolproof. He might be bigger than that last black crappie, to be honest. Okay. We got Jimmy and Willie and Timmy on here. We got 3 good slabs. If we can get 2 more, I'll feel really good about that. But I feel great about this. I'll probably just take these home and make something out of them now. Okay, might have a school that moved in. Let's get back in our spot. We're fishing in between a crevice and these 2 trees. Got this tupelo, got this bald cypress, and then I'm right in the middle. They're also protecting me from the rain. There's a little bit of leaves on them. Got another one. Another little one. He popped it real hard though. It's just so addicting. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. Little guy. There we go. Another decent one. Another decent one. Oh, almost borderline, but not quite borderline. Take it. Another white crappie in the rain. Oh. Oh. You got it. I keep saying I need to shallow up, but I'm getting bit every cast though. They're just not pulling it down. They're biting it and coming straight up. Oh. Well. I got him. I wanted to show you my catch. I got another white crappie. Oh, there he goes that time. See, basically what I'm trying to say is you don't fix what ain't broke. Got you. Feels mediumly decent. Non-keeper, but still fun. Oh, man, them white crappie are feisty today. They don't want me to look at them. Another little guy. Flat crappie, 8-incher. Peace. There's a fish. I didn't know if that was me or a fish. Popped it. I was popping it and he popped it while I was popping it. Another good white crappie. There's a fish. There's a fish in a new spot. I went left a little bit on him. I got some nice trees right here in front of me. They're in a little bit shallower water. I've thrown at them quite a bit and I had no bites. But I put this one out a little bit further out in front of him. He seemed to enjoy it. We'll do that again. Do that again to get a little change of scenery. I think my bobber's got hit by a big raindrop. I need a different colored bobber. Yellow is not the move. When you have all these glares and raindrops in the water and low light. Yellow is good in low light, but not when you have like that light glare on the water. Need a red one. I don't have any red easy floats. Pop. Got him. I was just about to say, that was a nice looking spot. I got that bait super tight to that tree. He popped it. And a nice little black crappie. Maybe next year he'll be a 10-incher. See if he's got a buddy. Not as good of a cast, but still fairly decent. Got him. Got him. I keep hoping to get one more keeper, but it hasn't happened yet. It's just these little guys, or this guy keeps biting my bait every time. So many of these little crappie in here. I'm not even on the juice. I think that there's definitely a spot within this pocket that's holding more than the spot that I'm fishing right now. Oh baby, that might be him. That might be him. It's gonna be close. But that is not a 10-incher. He's probably 9, right on the dot. Seems like the bigger ones are hanging out by that tree right there. I ain't caught nothing by this big old wad of roots. Or even this tree over here you can't really see. Oh gosh, got smoked. That tree's been holding the bigger fish, and I've caught, there's a little log that you can see right there I've caught a bunch off of it, and they've all been mostly smaller. So I'm gonna try to focus my attentions around this tree right here. There we go. There we go. Got another spot dialed in. Still smacking them. Looking for one more keeper. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get a keeper. Can we do it? It might take a miracle. They're loaded up right there now. All the fish I was catching over here in front of me must have moved over that way because I can't get no bites by my trees. They're sitting in front of these trees now. That's a little bit better. Only about like a 1/4 inch, but slightly better. They're smoking me out there. Uh-oh. That might be a 10. That might be a 10. I think it is. I'm almost positive. Moment of truth. Oh snap. 10.5. Let's go. Our keeper to non-keeper ratio earlier was a lot better. We started off strong, but it's been a while since we had a keeper. Now I want a 5th one. I feel like 5's a good number. Oh snap, is he on there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's on there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get up here. Get up here. Ooh. Did we put him on there just for funsies? Or we just know that one there is not a 10-incher. Look bigger though. I ain't mad at it. Oh, he's pulling back. He's fighting back. He's fighting back. Be a biggin. Be a 10. Be a 10. It's gotta be a 10. It's gotta be a 10. He's a white crappie. He's gotta be a 10. That's 10.5. Oh, heck yeah. Definitely a keeper. No doubt. 11. 11. We'll take it. 5 fish limit. The limit's actually 30, but I feel great about 5 fish. I said it was only gonna stay like 10 minutes, and it's been like another 20, but it's okay. It's okay. Did it in the name of a good time, in the name of catching a few more fish. All right, guys, we have run out of time out here today. It kind of stopped raining for a second, but now it's raining again. I am chilled to the bone, but we did it all in the name of a good time and some fun. We've got some nice slabs on here. We've actually got 6 on here now. We've got this one big guy down here at the bottom was the anchor. Show you guys this guy again. Look at that thing. Big old, he's probably 13.5 inches. That's a good white crappie. This is a good white crappie. We got some really nice fish hanging from this this old fishing line stringer. It's done us well today.